Then one side, this timeless message is why the film continues to resonate with new generations of audiences. On TechBlog 66, this movie earns a strong recommendation not just as a classic, but as an essential viewing experience. Rashomon is not about finding the correct answer, it is about understanding human nature. It challenges viewers to question perception, truth, and the stories we tell ourselves. If you enjoy films that make you think, that stay with you long after the credits roll, and that shape the language of cinema itself, Rashomon is a must-watch. This is not just a movie, it is a conversation between the screen and the viewer, one that never truly ends. This movie is available on YouTube free. Things begin to change when a young Irishman named Cosmo enters the picture. Cosmo recognizes Vic from the old days and knows about his background. Unlike Vic, Cosmo is reckless, ambitious, and ready to take risks. He presents Vic with a tempting opportunity, to help him carry out a robbery. The plan involves stealing from a wealthy individual, and on paper, it seems like an easy way to solve all of Vic's financial problems. This is where the film truly shines. The Opportunists is not just about a robbery. It is about the moral struggle behind that decision. Vic is not a hardened criminal looking for excitement. He is a man cornered by circumstances. The title of the film itself suggests a central theme: when opportunity appears, especially in desperate times, will you take it, even if it crosses your moral boundaries? As viewers, we are constantly asking ourselves what we would do in Vic's position. When you have bills to pay, a business on the verge of collapse, and family depending on you, the line between right and wrong can start to blur. The movie handles this dilemma with sensitivity and realism. Christopher Walken's performance deserves special mention. Many people associate him with intense or eccentric roles, but here he delivers a grounded, human character. Vic is not flashy. He is quiet, thoughtful, and cautious. Walken's calm delivery makes the character believable. You can sense his inner conflict without the need for dramatic speeches. Cosmo, on the other hand, represents a different kind of energy. He is impatient and confident, maybe even overconfident. He sees the robbery as a simple transaction, risk versus reward. But Vic sees the consequences. The contrast between these two characters creates the main tension of the film. Their conversations are layered with history, suspicion, and unspoken judgment. The pacing of the movie is steady rather than fast. If you are expecting non-stop action, this might not be the film for you. Instead, it focuses on building atmosphere. We spend time in Vic's garage, in his modest home, and in everyday settings that feel authentic. This grounded approach makes the stakes feel more real. When the robbery plan finally unfolds, it does not feel like a Hollywood spectacle. It feels messy, uncertain, and risky. Another strength of the film is its portrayal of immigrant life. Vic's Irish background is important to the story. He carries emotional baggage from his past. There are hints of political history and unresolved trauma. These elements are not explored in extreme detail, but they add depth to his character. We understand that Vic has already experienced chaos in his life, and he does not want to return to that world. The film also touches on generational differences. Vic belongs to an older generation shaped by conflict and responsibility. Cosmo represents youth, impatience, and the belief that quick money can solve everything. This dynamic adds another layer to the story. It is not just about crime, it is about perspective. From a technical standpoint, the cinematography supports the tone of the story. The color palette is somewhat muted, giving the film a grounded and slightly somber mood. The camera work is not overly flashy. It stays close to the characters, allowing us to focus on their reactions and interactions. This simple style works well for a character-driven drama. The music in the film is subtle and does not overpower the scenes. Instead, it enhances the tension quietly. During the planning and execution of the robbery, the soundtrack supports the anxiety rather than trying to manipulate the audience with loud dramatic cues. One of the most interesting aspects of The Opportunists is how it deals with consequences. Without giving away major spoilers, I can say that the film does not glorify crime. It does not present robbery as a glamorous shortcut to success. Instead, it highlights the emotional and practical risks involved. Every decision carries weight. The supporting characters also add richness to the story. Vic's relationship with his mother brings a human and emotional dimension to the narrative. She depends on him, and her presence constantly reminds us of what he stands to lose. This emotional anchor makes his choices even more meaningful. As the story progresses, the tension slowly increases. There are moments where you feel things could fall apart at any second. But instead of relying on loud confrontations, the film builds suspense through uncertainty. Will the plan work? Will someone betray someone else? Will Vic regret his decision? By the time the film reaches its conclusion, we are left thinking about the idea of opportunity itself. Sometimes, opportunities are not blessings. Sometimes, they are tests. The film suggests that how we respond to temptation defines who we are. In terms of overall impact, The Opportunists may not be a flashy blockbuster, but it is a thoughtful and well-acted drama. It rewards viewers who appreciate character studies and moral dilemmas. Christopher Walken's performance alone makes it worth watching. He brings quiet intensity and emotional depth to a role that could have easily been portrayed in a more dramatic way. If you enjoy crime dramas that focus on psychology rather than action, this film might appeal to you. It is about human weakness, responsibility, and the cost of taking shortcuts. It reminds us that sometimes the biggest battles are internal. To sum it up, The Opportunists from 2000 is a grounded crime drama that explores the tension between desperation and morality. With strong performances, especially from Christopher Walken, and a story that keeps you thinking, it stands as an underrated gem of its time. That's it for today's review on TechBlog 66. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more classic and hidden gem movie reviews. Let me know in the comments what you think about this film and whether you believe Vic made the right choice. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. This movie is available on YouTube free.